More the merrier. Okay, we're going to go get started on our proclamations, and I think we have a young lady that's going to read something also, if you would like to. Okay. So our first proclamation is, whereas our nation was founded on the principle of equal rights for all people, but the fulfillment of this promise has been a work in progress for many in our community. And whereas the city of Des Moines has a diverse LGBTQ plus community and is committed to ensuring their visibility, dignity, and justice, and whereas since 1978, the LGBTQ plus community of Des Moines has annually celebrated Pride Month in June, honoring the fight for equality for the LGBTQ plus community and the progress made each year. And whereas everyone should be able to live and thrive without fear of prejudice, discrimination, violence, and hatred based on their gender identity or sexual orientation. And whereas advancements have been made with respect to equal treatment of the LGBTQ plus people throughout the country, but there continues to be opposition against them. And whereas as elected representatives of the residents of Des Moines, including members of the LGBTQ plus community, we support, affirm, and are committed to the protection of the civil rights of the LGBTQ plus community. Now, therefore, I, Connie Bozen, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Des Moines, do hereby proclaim June 2024 as LGBTQ plus Pride Month. I encourage all residents to celebrate our diverse culture and continue our efforts to create a world that is more just, compassionate, and equitable for all. So with that, I think, would someone like to, if you would like to speak, Hector?
Hello, my name is Hector. I'm a member of the LGBTQ plus Advisory Council. We're a group who likes to bring awareness about the LGBTQ plus people to the city of Des Moines and to remind Des Moines to be fair and to be inclusive. Paraphrasing, or I'm sorry, one of the reasons why Pride Month exists is paraphrasing L.Z. Granderson, a journalist. They said, "Gay pride was not born out of a need to celebrate being gay, but instead our right to exist without prosecution. So instead of wondering why there isn't a straight Pride Month, you should be thankful that you don't need one." Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Cecilia Martinez, and I am a program coordinator with One Iowa. We are very thankful for this proclamation being read here in the capital of our state. As we know that sometimes with more visibility comes the need for more protections, and so we are hopeful that the city of Des Moines and the state of Iowa will continue to push forward any legislation that will help protect the LGBTQ community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chris Esperson. I'm on the Civil and Human Rights Commission, and my daughter Nancy Vonpasuk and her friend are going to read a statement.
My name is Nancy. My name is Ember. Being a kid is different than it was for most of you growing up. The world is changing. Some things are better. For example, the awareness that it is not okay to discriminate. And in general, people do not want to be accused of discriminating. But in some ways, growing up these days is harder, and discrimination has not gone away. It has just become more subtle at times. And in Iowa, policy against our LGBTQA plus friends has not been settled. Fortunately, most legislation has been defeated. And fortunately, I live in a city that recognizes me and my friends should be able to be who we are and love who we love. Pride Month is important, but we ask you that you should be an ally all year long.
Would anyone else like? I think we should listen to the children. So with that, let's have a picture, and we'll. Katie Jensen and Sarah Hayes or whoever. I see we have a lot of We Can End Gun Violence group, as you can tell by the color. So another very important issue that I think we're facing in our community. We'll let everybody come in. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Whereas Americans are 26 times more likely to die by guns than people in high-income countries, and whereas Iowa has 323 gun deaths every year with a rate of 10 deaths per 100,000 people, a crisis that costs the state $4.2 billion each year, and which $53 million is paid by taxpayers. And whereas cities across the nation, including in Des Moines, are working to end the senseless violence with evidence-based solutions. And whereas gun violence prevention is more important than ever as we see an increase in firearm deaths and non-fatal shootings, increased calls to domestic violence hotlines, and an increase in city gun violence. And whereas mayors and law enforcement officers, in partnership with local violence intervention activists and resources, know their communities are the most familiar with local criminal activity and how to address it, and are best positioned to understand how to keep their citizens safe. And whereas the City of Des Moines renews our commitment to reduce gun violence and pledge to do all we can to keep firearms out of the hands of people who should not have access to them, and encourage responsible gun ownership to help keep our families and communities safe. Now, therefore, I, Connie Bozen, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Des Moines, do hereby proclaim June 7th, 2024 as National Gun Violence Awareness Day and encourage everyone to wear orange. Would you like to say?
Okay, so this is just a little history about why we all wear orange for National Gun Violence Awareness Month. On January 21st, 2013, Hadia Pendleton, a high school student from the south side of Chicago, marched in President Obama's second inaugural parade. 1 week later, Hadia was shot and killed on a playground in Chicago. Soon after this tragedy, Hadia's childhood friends decided to commemorate her life by wearing orange, the color hunters wear in the woods to protect themselves and others. Wear Orange originated on June 2nd, 2015, what would have been Hadia's 18th birthday. Now it is observed nationally on the first Friday in June and the following weekend. The color orange has a long and proud history in the gun safety movement. Whether worn by hunters in the woods of Pennsylvania, activists in New York City, or Hadia's loved ones in Chicago, orange honors the more than 120 lives cut short and the hundreds more wounded by gun violence every day, and it demands action. And especially like today, there were 3 shootings over the weekend in Des Moines with 5 people in the hospital from gunshot wounds. So it definitely happens here as well. So thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. So we appreciate your activism and your work, and we all can do better. So thank you for what you're doing each and every day. Michael? Oops. I gotta get this. So our last item, it's almost hard to believe it's been 80 years, is whereas on June 6, 1944, Allied forces totaling 156,000 men landed on the beaches of Normandy, France, to start the liberation of Europe from Nazi Germany armies. And whereas Operation Overlord covered 50 miles across 5 beaches and a heavy German machine gun, mined, and booby-trapped obstacles, which claimed the lives of an estimated 14,000 soldiers by the end of the day. And whereas 180 Iowans are known to be buried at the American Cemetery at Normandy, and whereas D-Day continues to live on in our national history as an overwhelming and incredible accomplishment, and whereas the courage and sacrifice of those who fought on D-Day have provided lifelong lessons of unity, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of peace, that as we mark this 80th anniversary, we honor those who bravely fought and sacrificed so much for our freedom. Now, therefore, I, Connie Bozen, on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Des Moines, do hereby proclaim June 6, 2024 as the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Thank you. Would you like to say anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Young. I'm the state commander for the VFW here in Iowa, long life Des Moines citizen. My grandmother had 2 brothers that landed on D-Day and fought across Europe, and they were buried at Europe cemeteries. They're now buried over here at the Laurel Hills Cemetery with their parents. So D-Day, you know what, entire World War II, those actions of those veterans that came before Russ and I, we're proud that veterans, folks like you, that stopping gun violence and the LGBTQ, what our veterans were able to do to help you guys be able to live in freedom and come in here and ask for what you want is terrific. So,
Okay, thank you very
Thank you.
much. Good. The June 3rd, 2024 meeting of the Des Moines City Council. Please take the roll.
Boson,
Here.
Simonson, Voss,
Here.
Coleman, Westergaard, Mandelbaum, Gatto.
Here.
We have a quorum.
The next item on the agenda is approving the agenda as presented and/or as amended. Item number 15 has been withdrawn by the engineering department, and item 42 has been updated, and that's our speakers list.
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Next item is number 3. It's approving the consent agenda, and those are items 3 through 31. And these are routine items and will be enacted by one roll call vote without separate discussion unless pursuant to council rules. Council requests an item to be removed or to be considered separately. And on the consent items, we have Councilmember Voss voting no.
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
What was that? Item number 5, sorry. I forgot to say the item Mr. Voss is voting against. It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes. They get so technical sometimes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. The next item is our hearings. Dismissing a hearing on vacation, or it's item number 32, sorry. Dismissing hearing on vacation of Allen Street, right-of-way lying southeast of 466 Southeast 2nd Street, and approval of a lease agreement for a public parking lot with Single Speed Des Moines, Inc. for $1,000. Is there any discussion?
Item 32, Madam Mayor.
And I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Item number 33, on vacation of a portion of Southeast 6th Street right-of-way adjoining 2428 Southeast 6th Street, and conveyance of a permanent easement for building encroachment to Jerry F. Miller and Barbara L. Miller in exchange for property rights granted to the city for the 2023 Neighborhood Sidewalk Program. A is the first consideration of ordinance above. There will be germane comments from the general public, 2 minutes per person to speak, 10 minutes maximum. Is there anyone wishing to speak to this? Seeing none?
None, Your Honor. I'll move 33, 33A, and pursuant to Rule 42A, I will waive the second and third reading.
There a second? It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Number 34, on a request from Lawn Woods Property LLC, Leland Hecker, officer, to amend the Plan DSM, creating our tomorrow comprehensive plan to revise the future land use classification of 3004 30th Street from low-density residential to neighborhood mixed use, and to rezone property from N3B neighborhood district to RX1 mixed-use district. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above. B is the final consideration of the ordinance above. Waiver requested by the applicant. That requires 6 votes. First, we'll hear from the parties in interest, the applicant for rezoning, and those within 250 feet of the property to be rezoned. Each will be given up to 5 minutes to speak. Second is germane comments from the general public, 2 minutes per person to speak, 20 minutes maximum. Is there anyone wishing to speak to this? Seeing none?
I will move 34, 34A, and 34B.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Number 35. On a request from Norma Tomei, Carlos Tomei, and James Tomei, owners, to amend the Plan DSM, creating our tomorrow comprehensive plan to revise the future land use classification of 2 parcels located in the vicinity of 1201 Euclid Avenue from low medium density residential to community mixed use, and to rezone the property from NX1 Neighborhood Mixed District to limited MX1 Mixed Use District to allow the use of an existing building as a convenience store/commercial use. A is first consideration of ordinance above. B is the final consideration of ordinance above. Waiver requested by the applicants and requires 6 votes. First, again, will be the parties in interest, the applicant for rezoning, and those within 250 feet of the property to be rezoned will be given up to 5 minutes to speak. Second are the germane comments from the general public, 2 minutes per person to speak up to 20 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to speak to this?
Seeing no one, will move items 35, 35A, and 35B.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Number 36, on 2024 hot mix asphalt HMA resurfacing program contract. 1, resolution approving plans, specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as Grimes Asphalt and Paving Corporation, Jeffrey Rasmussen, President, for $1,005,601.50. The council communication number 24-227. A is the approval of contract and bond. The general public may comment only to the plans, specifications, form of documents, engineer's estimate, or low bidder designation, and those will be the only comments to be considered germane. 2 minutes per person, up to 10 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to speak to this?
I'll move.
Is there a second? Second. It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Number 37, on 2024 hot mix asphalt HMA rural paving program, local option sales and service tax lost, resolution approving plans, specifications, form of contract, documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as Grimes Asphalt and Paving Corporation, Jeffrey Rasmussen, President, $456,744. Council communication number 24-228. A is the approval of contract and bond. Again, the general public may comment only to the plan, specification, and form of documents, engineer's estimate, or low bidder designation. Those will be the only comments. 2 minutes per person, 10 minutes.
I see none. I'll move 37, 37A.
It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Second. Did you get a second?
We did.
Okay.
Do you vote yes, Carl?
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Item 38, on Breton Skating Plaza building repair, resolution approving plans, specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as Hildreth Construction Services, LLC, Mark R. Hildreth, owner, $343,125.31. Council communications number 24-229. A is the approval of contract and bond. Again, this is general public comments on the plan, specification, form of documents, up to 2 minutes per person. Anyone?
Seeing no comments, I'll move item 38 and 38A.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. Item 39, on Southwest 9th, rehabilitation from Emma Avenue to Leach Avenue. Resolution approving plans, specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as TK Concrete, Inc., Tony J. Vermeer, President, $575,841. Council communication number 24-230. A is approval of contract and bond. Again, general public may comment only on the plans, specifications, form of documents, engineer's estimate, or low bidder designation for up to 10 minutes, 2 minutes per person. Anyone wishing to speak?
Seeing none, Madam Mayor, I'll move 39 and 39A.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
Okay, the hearings.
7 yes.
The motion carries and the hearings have ended at 5:10. The next item is item number 40. This is the Urban Renewal Development Agreement and Parking License Agreement with American Equity Investment Life Insurance Company for the relocation of 650 employees, a 10-year lease for 131,900 square feet of office space at 1100 Locust Street, and a minimum of 120 parking spaces located at 1200 Mulberry or 9th and Locust parking ramps. Council communication number 24-242. Is there anyone wishing to speak?
We have audience members.
Right.
It's a little unusual, but I think I'd love to hear from them. And
Come on up and
If I could say a few words. My name is Jeff Lorenz, and I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of American Equity. Just wanted to say, first of all, thank you for your service. I'm a Des Moines resident and value the time you put in on these meetings. It's very important. We were recently acquired by Brookfield. We're a 27-year-old insurance company. We write annuity business, life and annuity. We've grown from zero assets in 1996 to over $70 billion today. We have 900 employees. Our lease was coming up in 2 years, and we've decided that we want to support downtown, and we're taking all of our employees downtown. We have 2 locations in West Des Moines, consolidating them in downtown. We're a significant supporter of a vibrant downtown. We know that COVID has pushed a lot of people to work from home. Part of this initiative is also to have people in the office. That's part of the reason for coming downtown. Brookfield acquired us, is also the owner of Jordan Creek, so they know Des Moines. They're a big supporter of Des Moines and want to also recognize that behind American Equity, we have a good strategic partner. We are looking to grow in Des Moines, not outside of Des Moines, so all the hires are going to be in Des Moines. So where we stand today with this arrangement is 650 employees full-time in the office, but we do anticipate that growth to accelerate as we start to mature into our relationship with them. I do want to thank Connie and Matt for working with us in terms of pulling this agreement together. It's taken almost 15 months, 18 months of putting all the details together. It's been very helpful work with them. They've been very accommodative. The partnership also has been a great partner for us. We are excited as a company to come downtown and relocate. We think this will be good for Des Moines. It's nice to see, and we hope that we can be the catalyst for other companies coming down and relocating in Des Moines, and I'll do my best to be the champion of that.
thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mayor, members of City Council, and city staff. I'm Tiffany Tauschak. I'm the President and CEO of the Greater Des Moines Partnership, and again, just want to extend our sincere congratulations first to Jeff for his new role as President and CEO of American Equity. And we'd also like to extend our sincere thanks to Jeff for his vision and his commitment to culture as well as community vibrancy. We're very excited to have him as a neighbor downtown. And finally, we want to express our thanks to you all and to the city staff. Our partnership team has been working very closely with your team to help with this project. So again, thank you, and thank you, Jeff, and thank you, AEL team.
You wanna say something?
I think this is a great project and a great sign for downtown. We welcome more neighbors and more employees downtown. I think your folks will really enjoy it. I think downtown continues to thrive, continues to be not just a business district, but a neighborhood with a lot of different things that it will offer. Having more folks work downtown will continue to strengthen that, and so we appreciate that contribution to our downtown and our region. Want to acknowledge the mayor and the staff and everyone who's worked to make this happen, the partnership. We're appreciative of working together to continue. I think downtown's best days, while COVID has been a challenge, I still think our downtown's best days are ahead, and we've got a tremendous amount of potential that we're going to be realizing, and this is an example of how we do it. So I'll move item 40 with that.
Second.
I just want to say thank you too, because it does take a while, sometimes longer than you would like, but we thank you for believing in Des Moines and creating a more vibrant downtown, because I think we need more of that in many facets, and it just shows that we are open for business and we want people downtown. So thank you. And on that, there's been a moved and seconded. Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. The next item is number 41, amending Chapter 46 of the Municipal Code relating to the fine for the use of consumer fireworks within the city limits.
Move.
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded.
Just,
Do you want to have any more discussion?
I just wanted to maybe make a comment, because I think this is one that we just kind of should clarify for the public, because this is reducing our fine schedule, but part of, or I think the motivation for doing so is that I think it makes it easier to enforce, and it makes our fine schedule in line with others in the metro. And so the idea is to make this change, not to weaken enforcement, but to have officers on the front line be more comfortable with issuing a ticket of this magnitude in line with the way this is enforced in other places in the metro. And in particular, too, I think our staff are gearing up for the 4th of July, and particularly the public should be on notice, going to be making an effort for enforcement around our city parks, which the use of fireworks and the damage that it's caused, I think everyone at this table thinks that's been unacceptable and that we're trying to address that. So I think that's part of what
I think,
about.
I think it's
I'm going to
important.
go ahead and clarify my
Okay.
motion, and
Okay.
I will, pursuant to Rule 42A, I will waive the second and third reading, so we have this in place when they start selling fireworks on June 15th here in our wonderful city. And hopefully this will stop them from using fireworks in parks. I think that's been the most crucial point of it, and disturbing other neighbors and, shooting fireworks off at 2 a.m. in the morning and doing silly things like that is pretty ridiculous.
I've already started. But I want the manager maybe to clarify, because this is not to lessen our effort to stop the illegal use of fireworks in Des Moines, but only to help strengthen it. And there's some measures we're hopefully be putting in place.
Yeah, that's right, Mayor and Councilman, and Councilman Mandenbaum is correct. And the police chief has informed me that he will have additional staff available for enforcement. And again, there would be prioritization of our parks areas.
And is that going to be shared with us? Because I'd like to know what the plan is for the 4th of July. So when I go to neighborhood meetings, I can tell people, this is the plan. I've heard it talked about, but it's not been shared.
Yeah, so other than the additional police, the standard processes remain the same, where residents are able to make a complaint themselves, and if they videotape the situation, the police department will follow up with those type of complaints as well.
Is that different than what it was?
No, that was the same before.
Okay.
Prior years. But we can give you more details when we get, what the chief will be putting out the notice to his officers to get the additional head count for that night voluntarily first. If he does not get enough volunteers, he'll look at assigning other officers to it.
So and you asked about the 4th of July, and if you've ever listened to the scanner on the 4th of July itself, on the 4th of July,
Yep.
they have their regular calls, and then they get about 600 more calls of people shooting off fireworks. We will never have enough police officers to control that on the 4th of July, and I think that needs to be said here up front, and I know I will share that with all the neighborhood meetings, but we will never, no matter if we had every police officer in every neighborhood patrolling everywhere, what we do need to control is them destroying our parks. and what they did and the significant damage that was done on the 4th of July, on the 3rd, to our park system. So I think that there should be no false hopes that, oh my goodness, no one's going to shoot off any fireworks this 4th of July in the city of Des Moines, because I don't see us changing this, and even if we're able to write citations. I hope this will help when people are being very disruptive in the middle of the night and doing things that are really disruptive to their neighbors, that this would help our officers be able to issue a citation like this. Because I know they were somewhat uncomfortable, I think, issuing a $600 citation, and I'm hoping that this will help. So I think I moved it, I seconded it.
I'm ready to vote. I think you summarized my points too. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, this raises a follow-up question that I'd appreciate just guidance, because one of the things I know from time to time in the past, that residents who've been willing to testify after the fact and have maybe photos or any documentary evidence and can point to specific folks who they identify as lighting off fireworks, we've been able to work with police on a non-emergency basis afterwards to get citations. And I wanted to maybe make sure that that process was in place and clarify so that we can communicate with residents, because this type of process allows someone to try and work with their neighbor on addressing disruptive behavior, and if the neighbor does not or is not particularly agreeable, it provides a path for enforcement as well. So I wanted to see if that option is still on the table and if we could get some guidance on how we share that with our residents too.
So I think, so we can get some more clarification of what the plan is. I think the plan is being put together, and then what we can do or what we can tell people. Okay? We'll get that back to you. With that, it's been moved and seconded.
Mayor, just quickly, I'll be especially interested to learn if this is coverage only for July 4th or the shoulder days leading up to the 4th. I know, I think you mentioned, or Joe mentioned, that the sales begin in mid-June, so that's when the fireworks start.
So, Councilman, it will be more than just July 4th, and that'll be part of the information that we send out so that everybody has the same expectations.
Okay. Thank you, Scott, for clarifying.
Okay, has it been moved and seconded? Please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. The next item is a request to speak. We provide speakers under the public speaking portion the opportunity to address the council for up to 3 minutes each for up to 20 speakers for a total of 1 hour. Speakers will be called forward individually. We ask everyone to please state their name, address, or ward prior to providing comments. Please keep comments germane and avoid references to personalities or character attacks, as those types of comments do not contribute to the purpose for which this public forum exists. As a reminder to the council and the public, this public speaking time is not a time for the council to engage in discussion. It is our obligation to discuss only matters posted on the public agenda. Matters requiring attention will receive appropriate staff or council follow-up at a time after the meeting. Thank you for the support of Des Moines. The first person to speak is Sylvia Nemmers.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. My name is Dr. Sylvia Nemmers, and I live in the Equitable Building at 604 Locust. I was here speaking with you back in October, and I'm here again, and I'm on the same topic, which is requesting that in Des Moines, every crosswalk that has crosswalk and timers for the sighted has sound signal equivalents for the visually impaired. I'm back again because there have been some updates to federal guidance on crosswalks. To the best of my understanding, it does give the guidance that for new construction, there should be audio signals included if there are crosswalk signaling for the sighted. And I'm also here because I don't know where you guys are at on the one-way to two-way conversion, but however that goes, and with every new construction that you guys look at, I want to ask you to include those audio signals. I want to tell you quickly how they work for me, real quick, because I've heard there's some pushback and some people with concerns that audio signals would make the visually impaired less safe. I will ask you, when you come to a crosswalk with a timer, do you just look at the number and walk? Or do you still look left and right? I'm hoping that you still look left and right, because that's the proper way to use the support that a crosswalk signal gives you. As a blind person, when I cross a street, I listen for traffic. If it's moving across in front of me, I know not to cross. And when the traffic moves parallel to me, I cross. The thing is, when I walk up and the traffic is moving with me, I don't get to cross, because I don't know where I am in the signal. So I stand and I wait for a full entire signal, and then I cross. And it's important that every blind and visually impaired person knows how to do that, because that's what the base of how we cross safely. What audio signals would do for me and my community is give me the knowledge of where I am in that signal. It would either count down the time vocally, or there would be beeps in a certain way that would indicate where I am. So if I come to a signal and the traffic's with me and I hear 14, I know I can still cross. I don't have to wait the entire signal. So using them is a skill that we have to incorporate our base skills and use this as an assist. And real quickly, since the guidelines have changed, more and more of these will be popping up, if not in Des Moines, all over the state and the country. I think Cedar Rapids has begun incorporating audio signals into their areas. The point is, people need to be trained to use them. Blind people also need to be trained to use them, because as the years, months, decades go by, there will be more of them because time marches forward. Last thing, when you incorporate these into the community, it sends the message to me that my safety matters to Des Moines. And if you ever need any help, I'm here to support you.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
I think we're good. I think make a good point. Jenny King. Jenny King. Brooke Sodders.
Hello. I live at 2223 East 21st Street. I'm Des Moines, Iowa 50317, and I am here to speak about Come and Go at 2110 Guthrie Avenue. So there has been an ongoing issue with nuisance. This includes lights, noise, odor from the exhaust of the semi-trucks that stay there, and this has caused, it's affected the enjoyment of my property. So I have been at this location since 2002, and due to these activities, there's a decline in the enjoyment of my property, and this includes my work, as I am work from home, and my sleep. So the ways I have tried addressing this, on Monday, April 29th, most recently addressed, around 2:30 in the morning, I spoke with two officers. On Saturday, May 18th, around 10:25 p.m., as well as 11 p.m., I spoke with one officer, and the second had two. And then on Sunday, May 19th, around 4 a.m., I spoke with another officer, and this is at 2110 Guthrie Avenue. I meet them over there, and I let them know about the noise. It's quiet hours at this point. And out of 6 police officers, they all refused to bring a sound meter. And so I brought my own measuring wheel and sound meter. I know that they're not calibrated as such law enforcement would use. And it was measuring at 50 feet away, 84 decibels. Let's see here. Per the noise control ordinance of the city of Des Moines for the zone I-1, the max sound level limit unamplified is 75 decibels at all times. So mine is measuring at 84. The vibrations and the noise are keeping me awake during quiet hours. So I called and spoke with Sergeant Cronin on April 29th. He said, this is way out of my pay grade, instructed me to speak with Ian with city zoning. I contacted Ian, and Ian said that the noise needs to be addressed by the city council. So I am wondering at this point, who enforces this and who will be the one to bring a sound meter?
This is the city manager. We'll get back in touch. We'll get back in touch with you on this.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
And Brooke, does the city clerk have your email address? Because
Yes.
I'm your council rep, and it's been a long-going issue that we're working to get it's the street racers.
Okay, yes.
That are there, and we've been working on it for 2 years.
Okay. Yes, and this is more so they haven't been around for a bit, but this is more so the trucks that are having extended stays, and they're also parking in non-designated spots where it's blocked off. But it was my understanding from a couple of people that was being addressed.
I'll contact you. I'll
Okay,
send you an
we will
email.
look into it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Lou Hallmeyer.
Members of the Des Moines City Council, my name is Lou Hallmeyer, and I'm a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, and I live in Ward 2. Today I stand before you not just as a concerned citizen, but as a member of a movement, a growing tide of resistance and an enemy of the bourgeois. Your refusal to speak in favor of a total permanent ceasefire in occupied Palestine is nothing short of a betrayal to the very people you claim to represent. This council has shown its true colors, those of cowardice, a blatant disregard for humanity, and an utter lack of empathy. You have chosen the path of indifference cloaked in the guise of bureaucracy and political maneuvering. You have turned your backs on peace, on justice, and the fundamental principle that all human beings are deserving of safety and security. Do you not hear the cries of the innocent, feel the anguish of those who live in a constant fear of violence? Do you not hear those 36,500 dead, or the 83,000 injured in your sleep begging for any help? Your silence is deafening, your action is reprehensible, and your cowardice is unforgivable. By refusing to advocate for a ceasefire, you have aligned yourselves with the forces of destruction, chaos, and death. Do you not remember apartheid South Africa and the failed war in Vietnam, the genocide of the Hutus, the genocide of the Tutsis, the genocide in Bosnia, the genocide of East Timor? Can you not learn your lesson? This is what your inaction and cowardice is enabling. We will remember the failures of our leaders then as we do now. History will remember your names, but not as you might hope. You will not be remembered as leaders or visionaries, but as cowards who lack the moral fortitude to stand up for what is right. You will be remembered as the ones who chose complicity over courage, apathy over action, and heartlessness over humanity. Your inaction now will be a mark against you for eternal judgment, both on this mortal plane and after. We, the people, demand more. We demand leaders who are not afraid to take a stand, who are not afraid to speak out against violence and oppression, and who are not afraid to fight for peace with the same fervor that others fight for war. We demand that you find the courage within yourselves to declare your support for a permanent ceasefire, to show that you have a heart and to prove that you have the empathy to understand the pain of those who suffer. We will not be silenced, we will not be ignored, and we will not be denied our right to live in a world that represents humanity and the community instead of profit. The time for your cowardice is over. The time for empathy, for heart, and for action is now. Stand up, speak out, and join us. Collaborate with us in the fight for a total permanent ceasefire. Do not let your legacy be one of even further shame and failure. Be the leaders we need you to be the change we demand. Josh, you told me you would resign from the board of the Jewish Federation of Greater Des Moines. You told me you would support a ceasefire resolution if someone else introduced it. You told me this on February 11th at Mars Cafe when we sat down for a one-on-one discussion. I have concurrent notes. Abandon the cowardice you so easily represent when you can't even follow through on your promises to a citizen, let alone stand up to the obvious fascists you sit with. Thank you.
Can we have had a request from one of our participants in the meeting that the clicking and clapping is a stimulus that they would prefer if we could be quiet. So out of respect for the Armstrongs, if we could please be quiet. Tasita Barfoot?
Other people spoke up there
and they were stopping and you said nothing about it.
It was much louder. It was much louder.
Tacita Barfoot, Ward 2, also a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Let me read back to you, City Council, your own goals that you laid out in your transportation section of Des Moines Climate Action Plan. First, increase walk and bicycle use. Kind of vague. Decrease annual daily traffic per capita on select route week. Also not specific. Transit mode share goal of 3.4% by 2030. Incredibly weak. Incredibly weak. We can't get more than 3.4% of trips on public transit. That's ridiculous. Increase ridership. From your own constituents in your own climate action plan. I would love to be able to take the bus to and from work, but the route is 45 minutes while driving is just 10. The city needs to see the bus for the vital resource it is and connect the city grid and reduce single occupant driving. So yeah, it's great to expand walking and biking. This town is way too big for those to replace cars, and we do need to replace cars. We need to maintain and expand transit services, as you say, in your climate action plan. Now let's move on to your Vision Zero document. This also is a bit thin, but it has a highway injury network map, and you've outlined 5 different areas that you're prioritizing to redesign first. Euclid at 3.4 million, Forest at 3.6 million, MLK 19th at 4 million, Douglaston at 10 million, Southeast 14th at 6 million. I think this is money well spent. However, it doesn't even cover half the miles in the highway injury corridors. Several of the corridors didn't make the list. I have to cross 2 of them to get to my bus stop. The specific plans I've seen, like for 6th Avenue, the Hickman corridor, and even though it has, even though the pedestrian crossings are way too far apart, it is definitely an improvement. However, it looks like your strategy in reducing and attaining goal 0 is to go on a road diet to reduce the capacity of roads.
Thank you. Abby Bankus. Thanks.
Abby Banks, Ward 3, she, her. While the genocide in Palestine has been ongoing for decades, it has been 240 days specifically since October 7th. 240 days of increased terror, 240 days of unimaginable famine, 240 days of mothers miscarrying and newborns being struck by bombs, 240 days of parents scooping up their children's remains, oftentimes which have been reduced to a pile of ash from amongst rubble. What have you done in the last 240 days? Have you celebrated your children's birthdays, holidays? Have you held your loved ones close, not out of fear that you would be murdered by a bomb at any second, but out of love and comfort? Or have your priorities been set on ruining lives and making the city we all call home demonstrably worse? Atlanta, Chicago, Dayton, Detroit, Minneapolis, Providence, Sacramento, Seattle, St. Paul, St. Louis, San Francisco, Coralville, Iowa City, and Toledo. These are just a small fraction of the cities who have called for a ceasefire and condemned the decades-long genocide against Palestinian men, women, and children. We ask that you join these communities in calling for a ceasefire in Gaza and to take meaningful action to divest from Israel. We ask you to protect DART and expand public transportation in the metro. You, of course, do neither, and then take it a step further and actually invest in a company with ties to an actual genocidal apartheid state and who has a track record of gutting public transportation systems. Your callous disregard for the needs of your constituents will never cease to amaze me. I joined my comrades and community members in demanding that you drop the contract with VIA, expand DART services, and call for an immediate ceasefire. I personally also demand that you take a long look in the mirror and try to find a shred of humanity, if you have any left, and listen to the people of Des Moines.
Caleb Van Fossen. Is Caleb here? Luis Gomez. Elizabeth Lees.
My name is Elizabeth Lees, and I work in Ward 4. I'm a healthcare worker, and after 7 months of silence while our tax dollars fund Israel's genocide in Gaza, our city council chooses to collaborate with a company deeply tied to those who perpetuate it. We condemn the undemocratic backroom deal to plan the privatization of DART with those who stand to profit from it. We demand that the City Council of Des Moines drop the contract with VIA, expand DART bus service, end the silence, and call for a ceasefire. I was reminded here today with the pride flags. Happy Pride Month, everybody. And I want it to be known and make it very clear that many members of the LGBTQ community, including myself, are here supporting the human rights of Des Moines citizens and Palestinians. Cutting bus services will infringe on the rights of Des Moines citizens who are part of the following communities: handicapped or disabled, low income, senior citizens, immigrants, and refugees. Since 2012, VIA has sought public taxpayer dollars to provide on-demand vans and eradicate fixed route reliable bus service in cities around the world. It also has deep ties to Israeli apartheid. VIA was founded in 2012 by CEO Daniel Ramote and CTO Oren Shoval, two Israeli Air Force veterans with a deep history of involvement in Israel's apartheid and genocide. Founders Shoval and Ramote met during their participation in the Talpiot program, an elite Israeli military training program sponsored by the Israeli Air Force and Hebrew University. VIA received millions of dollars to start out from Israel's largest venture capital fund, Patango VC. Its capital is entangled with the occupation of Palestine and weapons technologies used to commit genocide in Gaza. It operates its van service and maintains corporate offices in so-called Tel Aviv. Des Moines should not be paying VIA $35,000 to study how to cut the bus budget by 40%. The City Council of Des Moines needs to drop VIA and the contract that they have with VIA. VIA is an on-demand van service company which sells a rideshare app where riders order shared van rides instead of taking the bus. This is a blatant conflict of interest. You can't have a company studying on how to cut the bus budget that will then in turn get more business from the City of Des Moines by providing these shared van rides. VIA already sells their services to the city and has a vested interest in expanding them. It's like asking the Israeli Defense Forces to investigate itself for war crimes they commit. Thank you.
Okay. Heather Armstrong, do you want? We'll bring you the mic, Heather.
Hello, my name is Heather Armstrong. I live in Ward 2, and I have a concern with one of my neighbors. She has a service dog, but she doesn't even know how to. The service dog keeps on running up and down the halls, and she lets her dog loose outside without her being out there to watch it. And this is a huge issue because I think she needs her service dog taken away. I'm about ready to call Iowa Animal Rescue League because she doesn't know how to take care of her dog, and she needs her dog taken away from her. And you guys that bring up about Israel, the main problem is that what's like Haman, harming like Palestine is really Iran. Iran is the dirty rat, and they need to all be killed. Iran is the one that's even harming Israel. So that's why they don't mean to harm the innocent people. They're trying to attack Hamas, which is the dirty rat that's trying to tear down Israel and the rest of the Middle East. And there's like a YouTube video saying which of the Middle Eastern countries you can go to. It says the only ones you can go to is Israel and Jordan. All the others are off limits to us Americans. So we don't even know what's going on out there. Except for if you watch like CNN, they would tell you what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to get that? Thank you. G. Adam Morrissey? Adam Callan, or sorry, you're, okay.
So Carl Voss can call into council, but you can't have a virtual participation option for immunocompromised residents of Des Moines. That's kind of odd, right? Those of you not looking at me, I assume you're playing Candy Crush on your phone or something. That's usually what Linda does when she's not paying attention during public comment.
You don't know.
You'll put millions of taxpayer dollars
into
river recreation infrastructure, but let a log jam build up and put dangerous pressure on a pedestrian bridge. What is your plan for that? Have you seen that? It's ridiculous. Have you seen this log jam? You claim to want to provide affordable housing. I don't think any of you really know what that means, but refuse to hold landlords accountable and provide renters with support. You'll grow a vast field of strawberries outside City Hall, but prohibit community members from farming on empty lots. You claim to be in support of small businesses, but refuse to provide adequate transit support and funding so that students and adults without cars can get to work. You passed a Vision Zero plan with zero substance that you had people outside of Des Moines write that you paid them a lot of money to do, but you will still allow cops to initiate car chases at any time, many of which are extremely dangerous and sometimes deadly. You'll commemorate gun violence awareness, but refuse to discuss how 8% of all homicide victims in this country are killed by police. Of all American homicide victims killed by people they don't know, 1/3 of those are killed by a police officer. 1/3. More people were killed by police in 2023 than any other year in the last decade. The taxpayers' money from the people in this room, which you collect, is poured into an agency that is trained to murder these people, not to protect them, not to serve them. 4 years ago today, the Des Moines Black Liberation Movement held its first protest and marched to Frank County's house to make our voices heard and list our demands. Community members, myself included, have a list of demands for you today. Defund DMPD. Keep all current DART routes. Do not cut any trips or weekend service. Do not raise DART fares for any service. Divest from VIA. Invest in transit workers. Call for a ceasefire in Palestine. If you all cared about the people of Des Moines like you care about yourselves and making your friends richer, this might actually be a good place to live.
Adam Callanan.
Hello, my name is Adam Callanan. I live in Ward 3, and I'm here with Des Moines People's Town Hall. First off, I would like to reiterate that the city should offer hybrid access so that residents can participate and comment in public council meetings. Our city is better when all voices are heard, not just those who can make it to City Hall Mondays at 5 p.m. Other cities and counties across Iowa offer this, and there's no excuse for Des Moines, the capital and largest city, to not offer this. It's been a choice by council to exclude certain residents from these meetings. Also wanted to mention that today on item 40, we had an odd thing where we allowed only corporate speakers to comment on it. I appreciate that this corporation is bringing people downtown, bringing business to our downtown, revitalizing it in certain ways, but it's really, again, goes back to the participation issue whenever we have agenda items where only corporate speakers are invited to speak and not the public. I'd also like to talk about secret decisions made by the city recently. First one is a contract with Baker Tilly to hold a good governance work session. This contract was signed on April of 2023 for $24,900. This was not publicly disclosed. There were also developer meetings, 25 meetings between August and October of 23 that were not publicly disclosed. There's a decision was made, I'm not sure by who, to light up bridges in support of Israel in October of 23 as well. Again, not publicly disclosed. And then the thing that most people here I think are talking about, the VIA contract to kind of convert buses into vans, seemingly, for DART, which was a $35,000 contract signed in April of 24. We need to stop secret decisions. If the city is confident in the decisions they're making, they should make them publicly. And if they aren't comfortable making them publicly, then they shouldn't make them. I think it's that easy. Thank you.
Mostly Mandel.
Hello, I'm Mosi Mandil, 1804 74th. I am here to reiterate that this DART replaced with VIA is going to be a disaster, and there are going to be consequences, economic consequences. We were just talking about revitalizing downtown and having a vibrant downtown and business. How are people going to get there? Health and safety, of course, traffic congestion. Even there's the younger generation is showing trends that they prefer public transit as well. So looking towards the future, mobility, freedom, accessibility. Of course, we've talked about this today a little bit as well, and community. You know, you ride in a vehicle together. That builds. All of these things are very basic. If this study that y'all spent so much money on was any good, you would know this. Again, if we're open for business and we want people downtown, transit is going to be very important. Last time we also had, I'm not going to go into this a lot, but we know that there's a similar model failing in at least one other place. As far as how weirdly secretive this was, you're not going to be able to keep it a secret forever. So I really am curious, like what is going to happen after the bus is going to disappear, everyone's going to realize what's happening. It's going to be a lot more expensive to fix this retroactively. So I'm really just trying to appeal to things that are relevant to Des Moines. Very, very valid and basic things. And why am I talking about such simple things? Well, we apparently are not being heard. It is my civic duty and privilege to add my voice so that you register and hear, not only from the people that have come already, but those, again, that don't even know what's going on yet. And we're not going away, and they're going to start joining us. So again, this is just not in you guys' best interest either. I urge you guys to be part of the future investing in public transit. Don't let us be such an embarrassment. Someone else mentioned we're the capital of Iowa. I'm just embarrassed. At least if you're gonna go take our public transit away, replace it with something better and not worse. It is just.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
With that, that's our last speaker. So
I will make a motion to receive and file 42A through N.
Second.
All those in favor, please vote.
Voss votes yes.
7 yes.
Motion carries. And
I
with,
will make a motion to adjourn, Your Honor.
is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, just voice vote.
Aye.
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 With that, motion carries. This meeting is adjourned.